Hello and welcome to our second online live cooking demo here from Rožnov headquarters. I'm Jaroslav and this is my colleague John, and today we will focus on desserts. First of all, before we show you some of the desserts, I would like to tell you a few words about Red Eagle Company. So Red Eagle Company is one of the last independent bakery and combi oven specialists in the world, being 26 years on the market and based in Czech Republic. And the menu today is we have got actually Eclairs we just put in. You saw that. Also we will have Pavlovas, we will have Macaroons, and we will have the DeliMaster. So that's just the introduction of our menu. Before we start to prepare some presentation of the desserts, let me tell you what we make. Red Eagle makes bakery ovens in two sizes. One of them you can see here. We also make 3 models of combi ovens in 6 sizes. All the ovens come with automatic active cleaning system with very low water and energy consumption. And also you can choose between electric or gas version. Also you get fan stop and 7 fan speed in basic configuration. So this is just a quick introduction of our company and what we make, what we do. Later on we can talk about some other products, but the most important will be a dessert, or the desserts we show you today. John will show you first dessert, and it will be Pavlova. So Pavlova.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
This is traditional Austrian dessert. Everybody know. The technologies we used hot air mode, 100 degrees for 1 hour, and the second step was 100 degrees again, surprisingly, for 1 hour again. But the difference was we used a special feature called flat valve, which was dehumidifying the cooking chamber to make sure you have it nice and dry, nice and crispy. So homemade Pavlova. Just putting some whipped cream with mascarpone, bit of sugar and vanilla seeds. So simple dessert, which is possible to make in a DeliMaster bakery oven. Now we just need to put some nice fresh fruit and some nice freeze-dried fruit as well. We have available today here. So Jan is gonna put some fresh fruit on it, and he's gonna serve it on this nice, beautiful looking plate. So this is our first dessert from our menu. You see how crispy the meringue is. So sometimes, you know, it's very easy to make a meringue, but a lot of people don't know in what technology to use in the bakery oven. So about 2 hours. It depends on the size. If you have a smaller meringue, it might take a little bit less time, but usually around 2 hours you need to bake these nice meringues. As I said, 100 degrees for 1 hour first step, and second step 100 degrees again, another 1 hour, but you need to open the flat valve, which I will talk about later on. So this is our first dessert, and the second one is gonna be eaten mess straight away. John will do the second one. I put this away, which we will serve in these glasses, or you can serve it on a plate, or very popular these days, the eaten mess is served as a layered cake. But usually you have some leftovers meringue, so that's why you can make this very simple dessert very popular in Great Britain, so it's a traditional British dessert or summer dessert as well. And basically, again, whipped cream, some of the leftover meringues, you crush, you crumble or whatever you like, you put some fresh fruit, usually strawberries, but anything you have you can put inside. Mix it together very gently. Very gently mix together, and you serve it in a glass, on a plate, whatever you like. Let's put some more fruit. That's it. That's it. So I have 4 glasses because there's 4 of us. You know, we really looking forward to eat this dessert after our lunch. I'm only joking. And as a garnish, we have some nice strawberry coulis, you know, which I can put all over it, and of course, fresh fruit on the top. It's very necessary. If you have mint, you can put mint. It's up to you. But it's really good to use the leftover meringues, you know. So you have no waste. So first 2 desserts. They are ready. Very similar ones. And now is the time to show you how to operate the bakery oven. To be able to operate it during baking, we have a special feature called multitasking. It's over here, underneath the display. This button is called multitasking. By pressing it, it allows me to get, I get a different profile, so you see the default one. It allows me to get to navigate through the display or through the menu and work on the display even during baking. You know, this is a really great feature, very unique, no one else has it. And basically I can go to settings and I can change different parameters. I can go to programs. I can edit program. Let's see here. By pressing it, I can edit program, rename it, delete it. I can modify the program as well, and I can create a new program. So everything is possible to do during the baking time. I save it. So that's the multitasking, and I can also view the HACCP data to see my baking history. Okay, this different baking history with all the necessary information like temperature, time, and so on. You can see how simply and intuitively I can operate the bakery oven. Now, every icon is combined with text and pictogram, so it's always easy to understand the meaning of each button. You know, I don't have to study any manual, you know, I don't have to be an engineer to operate it. So this is really what I like and what is very unique and fantastic to have. Very simple usage of the 8-inch screen touchscreen display. Also, you can see I just press any button and it responds immediately. Therefore, I can concentrate on cooking. You know, I don't have to waste time at the front of the screen, you know, and wait for the response, touchscreen response. So this is another excellent feature, the touchscreen response. What's next? Next, would be, if I click here, I can adapt the main screen just by pressing a button. So have a look, I already created a profile for you. So just by pressing a button, I can create a different profile. I can adapt the main screen to my personal needs. I can really put what I really need on my home screen. For example, a quick start of the program. I just press the program button and it will start to run. This is really good. You have more chefs in your kitchen. You have a breakfast chef or you have a pastry chef in the morning and in the evening. They can have their own profile with their own settings, with the stuff they need. Also, every kitchen environment can have a different profile. So imagine you have a supermarket, you have a pastry shop, you have a deli corner, you have a bakery shop, and every of these kitchen environment can have a different profiles. So for the staff, it's very easy to understand what to press and what to do. Also, I can edit any cooking parameter at any time during baking. So, for example, I want a different temperature. It's possible. I want a different time. It's also possible. Yeah. There's no limit for it. So even during baking, you can change any of the parameters. Or, on the opposite, the running program can be completely locked if I want to be sure that my staff will only use my programs with my settings and they can't change anything. So another great feature of DeliMaster bakery oven done by Retigo. So this is one of the key key features we have mentioned. I think we can have a look at another dessert which John is making. It's actually the dessert we put in the beginning inside of the bakery oven, but because it takes quite long to do, we prepare some in advance. It takes about 25 to 30 minutes to bake. After you have to cool it down, and after you can actually fill it with a filling. Simple pastry cream, a bit of whipped cream as well. You make holes underneath of the eclairs, on the bottom of the eclairs, and fill them in with this pastry cream, with whipped cream, and on the top we will put some chocolate topping. So this is traditional French dessert. Also very easy to make in our DeliMaster bakery oven. You know, so it doesn't matter what kitchen environment you have. You know, we always find the right solution for you. You know, we have two sizes. You know, and also haven't mentioned DeliMaster bakery oven can be transformed into a combi oven. So if you buy a bakery oven, you have basically two pieces of equipment in one. You can have a bakery oven and combi oven too. So John will just finish with the topping very soon. You see how crispy, nice and crispy and puffed the eclairs are. This is the most important. It needs to be puffed, needs to be quite high, and also needs to be crispy. It needs to be done inside. So when you use the Retigo bakery oven, you have no doubt you get an excellent baking result with the same evenness of baking, same color. Okay. Okay. So this is our third dessert. And let's talk about, in a minute, when he finishes, why we achieved such a nice puffed stuff of the eclairs. I will show you on the display in a minute. maybe we can finish it with the final touch. Freeze-dried raspberries. Nice handmade products. Everybody knows they are homemade because of the little bit different shapes. Okay, that's done. Nice. We follow another dessert. And I'll tell you why we achieved such a puffed consistency. There's a special feature called a flat valve, which is a part of automatic humidity control system, and on the hot air is actually dehumidifying the cooking chamber. So you have three positions. You can have it closed, where all the humidity stays inside this position. You can have it fully open, where all the humidity from the cooking chamber is dehumidifying out of it. Or you can have it on automatic, which we had today or right now during the baking. So we chose 10%, which means it leaves 10% of humidity from the product inside of the chamber. So this is a great feature you need to have in your bakery oven. Also, when the camera just focused on the glass, we have tripled glazed glass, door glass with anti-reflective coating. And also you might notice the first glass from our side is a little bit curved. It prevents against burning. So that's the main reason. Not just the very nice design, but when I touch the glass, it's not hot at all. You know, you can't burn yourself. Also, the bakery oven is equipped with 50 millimeters of insulation, so it keeps most of the heat inside of the cooking chamber. So therefore, energy consumption is very low. So triple glazed glass, 50 millimeters of insulation. Very important. Also, this door handle is antibacterial. It contains ions of silver, and also this size of a bakery oven weighs 116 kilos, so it's a really robust piece of equipment. You know, it means we don't use as less plastic parts as possible. The really minimum one. Another dessert, which will be the last one, will be macaroons, which we made earlier. We had to make it earlier because it takes too long, you know, for this online video. There is no time for it, so most of the stuff has to be done in advance. I will just show you the final touch. We chose two colors, so you can have any colors you know yourself. What's good to bake in a Retigo combi oven is, look, you can see they are not cracked. No, they are nice and puffed. They are done. They're not undercooked or overcooked. We have two different fillings for it. One of them is a coffee one, and the other one is a lemon filling, which is being used now. Okay. So macaroons, no problem to bake in a Retigo bakery oven. What I haven't mentioned is that our bakery oven has a crosswise GM orientation. So the GM container is orientated this way, not this way, so it's safer to handle it, better visibility, much easier for the end user to use it. Also, I haven't mentioned two very important things which we are actually using with the Eclairs at the moment. When I press this function on the main screen, you see the fan speed. It has 7 options and is bidirectional as well. At the moment we have got it on 60%. You need to have it for the delicate dessert like this choux pastry and the egg white pastry like macaroons and meringues and so on. And also underneath, very important, we call it fan timing or intermittent fan, which is for the delicate desserts again. You know, the fan stops every 2 minutes and is using the bakery oven without the fan at all, which is also important for this type of dessert. Underneath, this function is for moisturing some products, usually bread rolls, bread, and so on. So you can also cook bread in it as well, which we might show you in some future videos, online live cooking demos. We do some savory stuff as well inside. So when I press the multitasking again, and I go to the default profile, you can see the icon called Combi Oven. So by pressing it, you get to the classic Pretigo Combi Oven with their programs, about 250 programs. So I was talking about this earlier, that we can actually transform this combi oven, this bakery oven, to a combi oven. So when you buy it, you have 2 in 1. Let's have a look, just a quick look on the deli programs. It's divided into categories, so you can see yeast pastry, puff pastry, and so on and so on. By pressing it, when I press the choux pastry, you have the Eclair, pictogram and text, and also you can see the technology as well. So there's a lot of programs for not very experienced pastry chefs, and when you start to run a new business, you can also use these programs before you get some your own settings. This is everything from the showing you the display, and let's see the macaroons. Let's have a look at them. Look at the beautiful wooden chopping board, which is at the moment as a serving board, and you have these nice macaroons with 2 different fillings. We have 1 minute and about 30 seconds for the eclairs to be cooked. I have to also mention, when you buy a bakery oven, you also get a chef support. So after buying, you get a training, few hours training with your staff. So the chef will be there in your kitchen, helping the staff how to operate, how to bake stuff in Pretigo bakery oven. Also, very reasonable spare parts for reasonable prices. Actually, the spare parts also important when you're considering buying a new bakery oven. So it's not only the first price you see, the list price, you have to think of some other things, the water consumption, energy consumption, the support we give you after sales support, which is excellent worldwide. also the reasonable price of the spare parts. You have to include everything, and this makes you the final price. Also the quality of the product. As I said before, we use minimum plastic parts, so it's a really robust piece of equipment. We have 12 seconds for the eclairs, and I grab some glove. See, it took about 25 to 30 minutes. And now it needs to cool down. Basically, you do this with it after you bake it, and you wait for a few minutes to cool down, and after you can start filling. That's why we had to do it in advance. That's why it had to be done really earlier, because there's no time to just wait for cooling down this stuff and after filling it. So I think it might be everything we wanted to show you today. If you have any questions about our products, Retigo products, or about the technology, how we did it, or about the recipes, you can use the chat, or you can send us an email to the chef@retigo.com, and we will answer you as soon as we can. Just a last quick look at our production we made today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope we'll see you next time, which will be in 14 days with different topics. And before actually we finish, my colleague just told me there's a question. Question is, which one is that, Annette? First one.
What size of GN trays can I put into DeliMaster?
Okay. What size of GN containers or trays we can put in Retigo DeliMaster? So it's designed obviously for this 400 and 600 millimeters size of GN container, but also with an adapter, which we have over here. We can put a classic 1x1 GN container in it as well. So it really doesn't matter what size of GN containers you have, what dimensions, you can use both. Any more questions? No more questions? Okay, I can see no more questions. Mike from Australia saying nice silicon mat, thank you. But we have ordered a better one. I might show you next time. Thank you for watching, even in far away like Australia is, because there is already evening there. I hope Steve was watching as well. It might give him some nice ideas. And see you next time. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.